Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We made more progress last time, and we even got ourselves a great deduction going on. Though, of course, we have to, shake things up and make it make sense, as per usual. And that's where I left off because, like I said before, I don't think they'll let you save in the middle of those. So, Plus, it was already getting kind of a long episode anyway. Of course it's alright. We'll soon set things straight. Well, let's get started then, shall we? Before Madame Tuspels vents her anger and fucking throws wax on us. Just what I was waiting to hear, my dear fellow. And, well, at least he never gets mad about being corrected. It's almost like he's wanting to be corrected. So, Madame Tuspels, in accordance with our agreement, you'll now have the pleasure of seeing this famously good detective and temporary exhibit at work. Boom. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. That's fucking stupid. Let's see. To begin with, we must ask ourselves what exactly is afoot here in this museum. Well, yeah, with this part I think we've already looked at. The answer is revealed by the bundle of banknotes protruding so helpfully from your bag. In my estimation, some 200 pounds. That is all my own money. So what does this large sum of money reveal? Not as much as the involuntary glance you cast, it would seem, Madame Tuspels. Yes, the answer lies where your eyes now fall. The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that public notice. Well, she definitely looked in this direction, it's true. But I'm not sure she'd sell any of her waxworks, even for 200 pounds. I mean, she did say they were having financial troubles, I believe. Oh? Uh-oh. She must pour her heart and soul into making them, don't you think? Over and above the wax. If it were me, I wouldn't sell them for anything. For that much money, I would, but sounds like that makes me a bad person. Bro, same. Same, hashtag relatable, hashtag mood, hashtag I need money, goddammit. Well, anyway. I wonder if the 200 pounds could have some other significance. I mean, yeah, she does have 200 pounds, so, she got it from somewhere, presumably. Let's follow that furtive glance again, and see if there's anything else that could explain it. Well, fair enough. I mean, are you sure it's not the dead guy? Or, I mean, maybe he's not dead, but, maybe that he was sleeping, but, Okay, so we're gonna look in this sphere of stuff. Well, either way, let's just examine everything first, because I need to remember that we can still do that. Waxworks for sale. Would anyone really buy models of mass murderers? You'd be surprised, bro. People like the, well, I don't know. People have macabre tastes, as it were. It's like she said. We live in a society, and people like, I don't know. They're into that weird shit. I think I'd rather have 200 pounds in my pocket. Yeah, see, at least, I mean, Iris knows what it's about. She's 10 years old. Most 10-year-olds don't have a sense of money. I mean, how much is 200 pounds, really? She should be on Kid Nation. She would have fucking rocked ass on that show. Exactly. You could buy one of those brand new types of steam carriage. That's what I'd spend it on if I had it. No question. Oh, I'd buy all the herbs in the world. There must be another explanation for the money. We need to keep looking. I don't know if you can buy all the herbs in the world, even for 200 pounds. There's lots of herbs out there, you know? It seems this well-dressed gentleman is alive after all, just not alive and kicking. Yeah, clearly. At least he's not dead, because we wouldn't want another fucking murder thing on our hands. Let's see. And he's not a waxwork or a model of a mass murderer. Though he might just be a mass murderer. we just haven't caught him yet. I'm not sure I'd pay 200 pounds for him. Bro, you can't just buy people. I don't think the man's up for sale. Well, anyway, it was a silly place to put him. Other museum visitors could easily trip. Well, he is in the special exhibit, and they don't normally let you look there, apparently, until you pay the extra fee, so... Oh, I don't think the man was put there on purpose, either. So, you know, what is this? Note on the wall. Wow, did a fucking doctor write that? They got really shitty handwriting. What's that note doing pinned on the wall there? Oh, yes. Let's see. Dear Madame Tuspels, we've taken the prisoner from this room. Oh, a prisoner? The price for his safe return is 200 pounds. Huh. Had the money ready by noon on the 23rd of October. What? What? This is... It's just like the sort of thing that's left behind when someone was kidnapped. It's ransom, I think is the word. Yes, it's a ransom note. Oh, fuck. Exactly. Okay, well, clearly, I still want to throw... Part of me wants to throw this guy out here to see what silly shit Rienosuke is going to say to try and justify it. But I know the actual dialogue, like the wrong dialogue, is still mostly repeated. Besides, you only have so many hearts anyway, so... I'll just present the ransom note. It'd be boring. Yeah, fucking break the glass. Break the glass of falsehood and reveal the truth as it really is. The significance of the 200 pounds is revealed by that ransom note. Quite so. And we must congratulate these criminals on their inventiveness, abducting a waxwork. 200 pounds is no small ransom fee, yet you clearly intend to pay it. The model in question has special importance, so I put together all the money I have. In summary then, the 200 pounds you have in your handbag is ransom money. So it would seem. Now, let us explore the next curiosity with which we are presented. Who is the portly gentleman stretched out so peacefully on the floor? Yeah, I'm still curious what he's doing there. It would appear the man has suffered a great shock, or a severe shock. The cause of which is clearly known to you. Yeah, this part we've read, so... Ah! Unfortunately, madam, keeping secrets does not appear to be your forte. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the 200 pounds, which doesn't make sense considering we know it's ransom money now. So, if the waxwork was kidnapped, what does that leave us in terms of who this man is? We could just ask him when he comes around. When... That's a Green Day song. I think the point of this exercise is to understand the beauty of the deduction process, Iris. Come on, keep up. Yes, you're right. Hurley's trying so hard. We mustn't let him down. Well, there's little doubt that he suffered a shock. That much does seem clear. But in that case, what's Madame Tuspel's trying to hide? Let's have a closer look around. Yeah, let's look around, look around. Wait. Hey. You know, I know Herlock likes to say that the game is a foot, but frankly, that looks like a hand to me, pal. Also, man, you have a long ponytail. I didn't even notice this in the back. But yeah, I mean, I guess it adds up. Let's see. So she was prepared to pay all that money to get her waxwork back again. It really must have been a very special model of a mass murderer. Just how special can a model of a ruthless killer be? Well, anyway, we can be fairly sure that the man lying on the floor didn't take it. Suppose you should leave him in peace. Let's see, what about your long hair braid? Were they shocked by how long your hair is? Madame Tuspels has very long hair, doesn't she? Yes, but you couldn't tell looking at her from the front. Dude, that's what I was just saying. Maybe fucking the dude saw her long ponytail and just was completely blown back. Also, man, I wonder how long her hair is when it's like not in a braid like that. Like, jeez. You know, it looks rather like a whip, don't you think? The sort of whip that could have floored a gentleman with a single crack. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Maybe she whipped him with his hair. With her hair. That seems a little far-fetched, even for you, Runo. Yeah, imagine someone using a whip in an Ace Attorney game. Like, I don't know, man. That's pretty out there. Pretty strange. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna present the hair braid. I want to see.
Take that!
That just is very silly. Madame Tuspel's hair is very neatly braided, creating an effective whip that she used to beat the man to the ground. Oh yes, I can picture the scene quite clearly. Mr. Naruhodo? Yes. I'm afraid your imagination is overactive. Okay, that feels like a real... That's a harsh insult coming from you, my man. Well, yes. Perhaps I was clutching at straws a little. I, on the other hand, can picture the scene of your spiked hair running the man through quite clearly. Of course, you gotta bring up my fucking hair. And my hair's not even that spiky. It's only spiky in the back. You say my imagination is overactive. Oh, maybe they do have, wait, what happened? Oh, yeah, okay. Must have been a considerable blow to have knocked the man unconscious. Yes, he looks like a very sturdy man, doesn't he? Oh, perhaps he was struck on the back of the head with something hard. Don't sound so excited about it, Iris, Jesus. Whatever did leave the man out cold like that, it must have been quite something. Well, Jesus, it could have been her fucking hair then, we don't know. But no, it's probably this weird hand of guy. This is just Madame Tuspel's right hand, isn't it? I keep saying Madame, even though it's Madame. I can't fucking say Madame, apparently. Yes, yes, it must be. I can clearly see her left hand, after all. Oh, but wait a minute. This is the left hand as well. Look. Don't say such creepy things, Iris, please. And it seems very stiff, too. In fact, it's really hard. Oh, Jesus, Iris, don't say things like that. You mean... It's made of wax? Aha! Now I can present the truth.
Take that!
You beat him to death with your fucking wax hand. What dealt the man such a shocking blow was, of course, the waxwork hand. Indeed. With a solid waxwork limb, one could deliver a very substantial blow. How could you? The hand protruding from the bottom of your cape. It ought to be a right hand. A closer inspection reveals that, in fact, it's a left hand. I mean, I guess, but the more pressing thing would be the fact that the skin tone of that hand does not match the rest of her body in any way. Ah! And somewhat masculine as well. In other words, it does not belong to you, madame. It is the hand of a waxwork model. Kya! Oh. Jeez. That's a big hand. Or a big limb. I mean, it's really more of an arm than just a hand. Some of the visitors to my museum can be troublesome. They meddle with the exhibits and cause damage. So you mean that harm? Yes. This gentleman saw fit to try to remove it as a souvenir. No small keepsake. Well, yeah, geez, maybe if... Yeah, well, I can't really blame you for wanting to beat the shit out of dudes stealing your shit. Like taking a whole branch of a cherry tree when you go to view the blossoms. I am afraid I had to teach the man a lesson. You confronted the man and tried to take the arm back. And the result? The scene we see before us. He was knocked unconscious. A point we may need to revisit later. For the time being, we have our conclusions. Yes, the killer in the special exhibit has been kidnapped. Yeah, so they have, apparently. I know those aren't stealing waxwork statues. That's like... Or, you know, kidnapping them, I guess. The question that arises then is what has become of the waxwork that changed hands? Let us consider that problem for a moment. You cannot possibly... What immediately strikes me about this conundrum is the young man standing over there. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his neckerchief. Okay. According to Mr. Sholmes, the yellow neckerchief is a sign to other policemen that some crime is underway. Which sounds like some bullshit, if I'm being honest. A way of communicating with his colleagues without revealing his identity. Yes. I mean, secret codes like that only work so well anyway, until, you know, the people you're trying to, you know, code around figure out your code, you know? It's a secret that's closely guarded by Scotland Yard. Is that a real thing? Okay, I thought he was just making it up, but maybe that is a real thing. That Mr. Sholmes didn't hesitate to give away. Well, uncovering secrets is in any true detective's nature, of course. Right. Anyway, judging from Madame Tispel's reaction to Mr. Sholmes' deduction, I think perhaps we might not have identified the man quite correctly. Let's see. Holy doodly! He's missing a fucking arm! That's not John Clay at all! That's just a fucking guy, a mannequin, a statue, if you will. A statue is available, please inquire. Let's see, what about your flat cap, my good man? I've seen hats like this in Japan as well. They're called flat caps, aren't they? Yes, or hunting caps. Hurley's hat is called a deer stalker, by the way. Hunting, stalking. The British certainly seem keen on catching game. Every time I see a deer stalker, I automatically think of Mr. Sholmes. But a flat cap makes me think of a Japanese country gentleman somehow. In other words, people from all walks of life wear all different types of hat. So it doesn't really help us. I mean, yeah. Let's see. A secret scarf sign to warn other agents of an ongoing crime. I know! It sounds so thrilling, doesn't it? Maybe I'll try to work it into next month's installment. But then the police secret will be revealed to all of London's 6 million inhabitants. Well, they'll just have to come up with a new sign, I suppose. How did this 10-year-old manage to have such terrifying influence? Well, yeah, like I said, like, when someone figures out a code, like, eventually, you know, that just seems like something you would find out. Sorry. What the? The man has a stub sticking out of his shoulder where his arm should be. Ah. Well, that settles that, then. Right. This isn't a real person at all. His entire arm's been ripped off from the shoulder down. His arm's been... Of course. That ties in with what we just found out. Yeah, I guess,
Take that!
I'm guessing that's what you... Well... I'm guessing that's the arm that guy tried to take off, and, she ended up using it as a weapon. Who is this fellow? To find the answer, we need only observe his shoulder stub. No such boneless human walks this earth. Of that I can assure you. I'm sure there's probably some humans who are born without bones, you know? In other words, the man standing here, the young Sergeant John Clay, is in fact, defying all odds, a waxwork model. I seem to remember it was you who concluded he was a real person in the first place, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah, fucking get him. He has become quite a celebrity in London, being the winner of no less than 3 policing awards last year. I simply had to make a model of the man. Okay, so he's a real person. It's just a waxwork model based off of him. Naturally. What other explanation could there be? And it was this detective's arm that was pulled off by the man on the floor in the special exhibit, wasn't it? If next we turn our attention to the old man sat before him with his particularly unsightly visage. You don't have to keep calling him ugly, you know? I've been watching closely, and he hasn't moved a muscle, almost in fact as if he were a waxwork. Ah, but you... Your reaction only confirms my suspicions, madame. I noticed it at once, of course. Observe! Yeah, we know. I've read this part. The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious price tag. A killer policeman called Automol was... Sorry. A killer policeman called Automol, was it? Was he well known? It was all over the papers last year, but I can't say I know what he looks like. It's a very low price, though. Threepence isn't much money. Only enough for a few measly hours of gas and Mr. Garradeb's delightful lodgings, in fact. So this is a special killer taken from the special exhibit, is it? The waxwork that somebody stole from the museum and tried to ransom for £200 is this crusty old killer policeman, Ottermole? Really? Perhaps we should have a good look around again and see if another idea crops up. He's got a scarf on his arm. Let's see. 3 pence? That's a far cry from £200, isn't it? For threepence, you could buy it and put it on display in your room, Bruno. I think I'd rather not go to sleep being watched by an old man if it's all the same to you. That's fair. I mean, I'm not sure if I would want an old man staring at me when I go to sleep. The price tag does stand out, doesn't it? I mean, you couldn't even buy the helmet on his head for that much money, I don't think. I wonder what the price tag's really for, then. See, what about the scarf on the arm? I don't believe it. It's a sacred sign that lets other detectives know some criminal activity is underway. Yes. It's a slightly strange choice of outfit if he was trying to go unnoticed. Ah, he must be a detective disguised as a policeman. Or detective disguised as a waxwork model of a policeman. Oh, he doesn't look like he's clever enough to think of something like that, though. Perhaps we should try to be a little more polite about him, Iris? Well, also, I noticed another thing. His fucking arm is moving to and... Or, what the fuck did I say arm? His leg is moving to and fro. Look at this! The old man's tapping his foot like crazy. He seems to be fast asleep, though. He's not tapping his foot consciously, then. So you mean... It must be a Twitch. Twitch.tv. Never mind that. The point is, waxworks don't tap their feet. Or Twitch. And look at his arm, too. We've seen a scarf like that somewhere else around here, haven't we? Well, clearly his, twitching arm is a bit, twitching leg is a bit strange, so why don't we check that out? The telltale sign that instantly proves whether or not this old man is a waxwork is the obvious twitch. Even the most realistic waxworks do not exhibit a twitch. In other words, the splendid old man is in fact a genuine member of Scotland Yard. Slight shift in your choice of adjectives then. Yeah, well, you know, you gotta be adaptable with your logic, right? You know, and when the facts change, you have to be able to change your mind. And there you have it. Well, Madame Tispels? Well, what? It was me who contacted the police and demanded that someone come in the first place. He is clearly fatigued. He is sound asleep. But then, what's this tag about showing a price of 3p? No doubt, a price tag of the muffler, which the old Bobby purchased recently at a local market. And I presume you've observed a scarf tied around his arm. Does that not strike you, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, the secret sign used by detectives to show that some criminal activity is currently underway. Of course, because, as you know, there has just been such criminal activity happening here, as you deduced from the very beginning, Detective. So, it would seem that we finally arrive at the truth. The waxwork of the especially ruthless killer from the special exhibit has been kidnapped. And Scotland Yard are already investigating. And that guy's just kind of, oh, you're talking about the model, right? But the model's whereabouts remain a mystery. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes's great deduction of this horrifying puzzle. Okay, well, we didn't really need the second part of that, deduction, or thing, didn't we? Because, like, the primary detail was that, the waxwork statue had already been kidnapped. Which we already figured out by the first point. And apparently it's still a mystery, so... Okay, how do you... Okay, I mean, I know... I get the idea, but... It's kind of silly to say that you solved something when the whereabouts are still a mystery, you know? All sorts of people visit my museum here. Men and women, young and old. Sometimes they drop in just for a short time on their way back from the pub. I welcome them all. But if anyone tries to damage my exhibits, I do not take it lightly. Clearly. Anyway... That was a pretty elaborate animation for just spinning around. Your great deduction was even more enchanting than I had been led to believe. It was a pleasure, my dear madame. I'm gratified that you enjoyed the spectacle. And as for your rough customer, I've no doubt he'll regain consciousness shortly and return home. What concerns me more is the waxwork from the special display. If it was indeed genuinely abducted. Yes, tragically, it was. Then I would ask you to recount to us the events surrounding the stolen waxwork. In as much detail as possible, if you please. Very well. But after I have told you what I know, I must insist that you return to your work. The talents of a great detective could be put to better use, I feel, but as you wish. Alright, well that was enlightening stuff, I suppose. I think we can wrap things up for now. It took a little longer than I would have first assumed, but you know, we were just being thorough, so what can you do? Let's see. Okay, yeah, so yeah, we'll have to finish talking to her next time about exactly about the stolen waxwork and what it looked like, and I don't know why someone would want to take it in the first place. And I mean, again, who goes around stealing waxwork and then holding it up for ransom? Like, are wax models really that valuable? I wonder. But oh well. We'll deal with that next time. But until then, though, I'll see you around.